Show me yes. It's real. Hi. Nice to see you in class again. I'm Gyp y Queėn, LīKė, and I'll be your teacher. And today I'll be teaching you about the floating moon. And all about it. Now let's get into class. First question. So the first question is this. What is it, that glorious thing? Let's ask Ouija now. Hey Ouija, are you here? Yes. We just made a joke. He said there was 7 losers here, but let's channel. Ain't no bugs in here. So Ouija, let's channel. And Ouija's here. Nice to speak to you all again. It's Ouija. I'll be teaching with Lee. This is settle. Our ball, you need. This is the board you should get, and it comes with TM if you look on its box. And get this is what the moon is. The moon is a crystal and it's really, really big. The moon is a star. The moon is a rock, and it glows every night. Every night. The moon is a beautiful, beautiful rock that you can love forever. Because why? The moon, well, you can say, will always glow for you. To do magic and have something to light up the night, like the stars. And that is what the moon is. The moon is a star. Alright. I love you, moon. Next question. Now, this is the question. How do we use the moon to activate everyone's powers? Now, Ouija's still here. Let's ask. Ouija, are you still channeling me? Awesome. Now you know it's Ouija talking. So, this is what we will do to activate everyone's powers. And you guys can help out too if you want. This is how you use the moon, because the moon is a magical crystal. Every star is very, very powerful. Outer space is very mystical and magical. And this is how we activate everyone's powers. So, take the planchette and say, Ouija, Ouija, power up. Let the moon release power now to everyone that wants to live with powers and magic. and sweet control of it. I'm joking, it's not evil. So, this is how we do it. Ouija wants to know, do you want your powers forever? I know, Lee is me talking. Yes, I do want powers forever. How about you? You want powers forever? I think you want powers forever. Don't argue with me in there. Yes, you do. It's good for you. Healthy. Okay? So, yes, Ouija forever. Wow. The board just moved. It just moved again. And then you take your crystals in a string. This is called crystals in a string. You can use it as a pendulum because that's what it is. You take it, you bring your settle, your black obsidian or your crystal scrying or your scrying glass, and you hold the pendulum and then you swing it around. You swing it around. It's very relaxing. Green aventurine is perfect for the job. It's very relaxing. And then you swing around. You swing around. You stop your hands. And then you go like this again. Again. This is a sigil of forever. Because if you wanted your powers just for today, it would be D-A-Y, D-A-Y, D-A-Y. You would knock it, but that makes people cry in the mystical realm, you know? Because it's crazy to ask for your powers for one day. Like, weird, like your whole life would be weirded out, you know? You wouldn't like it, you would regret it. So don't ever do that because it could kill you. And it would just be you like taking a splur on life and it wouldn't be worth it, you know? So never do D-A-Y, but that's how you will get your powers for a day. But if you have an organization and a company working for you, you can do it for people who are Normans. And like, it's for Normans. It's kind of for Normans, you know? They can get powers for a day if they really need it. And they get blessings from the mystical community because they own all the magic. So, you see, it's going to spin again. That's why we're waiting with our hand over it. You see it's spinning big. That means we're getting progress. Progress. Well, this is paranormal activity, by the way. So if you don't like paranormal activity, well, the world is paranormal, buddy. I'm joking. I don't know if your name is Buddy. But, yeah. It's a paranormal place, friend. You gotta get over yourself. Because it's a beautiful thing. Don't worry. So, you see it's going back to the center of the crystal. And it's doing something. So, at this point, you can say, so, I just telepathically asked the crystal if it's busy or if it can channel me and tell me what. So how you channel telepathically, we're gonna unlock telepathic powers right now for you guys. And you think to the crystal. So it's like speaking, but speaking through your mind. Really, it's like the brain, and the pineal is in the brain. So it's through the third eye. So you would ask it, you could ask the crystal, how are you? But when they're spinning, we don't really interrupt them. We can talk, but usually we would do this in silence or with frequency music. You would listen to activate higher consciousness frequency hertz. I'm not too sure which number it is, but I'm thinking 425. If I'm incorrect, you can listen to 425 hertz anyways, because that's another one you can use. They kind of do the same thing. So now, Ouija's friend is here and wants to speak. Hi. Now, all Ouija's friends is Lee's friends. We're all a big cult or something like that, you know. Well, you know, Lee is new in the cult, but we love her. We knew her for a long time, like ancient years, because we're all ancient together. Now, we're going good. We're exercising the arm because by now our arm is getting tired to hold up. And like, that's doing something, you know? So don't put your hand down. It's not that bad, you know? The crystals are not heavy. Your arm is just getting tired of being held up. Like mine. But it's okay. That's like exercising. And exercising helps like exercise powers. So that I'm like exercising powers for everyone in the world right now, because black obsidian and green aventurine are surrounding this planet and they were grown in this planet. So everyone's affected by it, because everyone who's grown in this planet is affected by every crystal in this planet. So they're getting affected, and soon it's going to affect everyone. And we would do this every day, you know. At least if one person in the world does this, then this would secure our powers for today. So in the magical government, everyone is a part of it, you know. So everyone plays their part. I can't do it no more. My arm is too tired, it's straining. So when your arm is too strained, what I was going to say is everyone plays a part. Like all the citizens of like the magical society, we all do something to make sure that we're like, you know, just making sure our government is fine. So what is okay? There's like billions of governments out there. People belong to multiple governments, so no biggie. You can have more than one government. So my arm is not tired no more. We go back up. And you can hold your crystal like this, but really you could hold it like that. And sometimes changing it does something for the string, the crystal string. It's gonna swing, and it's really doing like sigils in the air, and the sigils are activating. So this is how you activate powers. Next question. The next question was, can we channel it? And the answer to that is yes, of course. You can. We can. I can. And if you want to know what we could channel, this class is on the floating moon, so that we could channel the moon. Okay? Okay. So, the next question is this. Oh. What is its personality? Ooh, let's get the answer. Be back. And I am back. Now, the answer to the question, the moon's personality is, it's like this. It's Ouija speaking. Is it true? Because Ouija talks to the moon every day, every night. You could talk to it during the day too. I'm the moon right now. Ask me what it is you need to go and do, so I can let you go and do it. You want powers? I got powers I can give you, yeah. something for me first, alright? Little bucko down there, I see you, yeah. I got a whole heap of jazz, mystical jazz going on. Yeah. I know you want a whole heap of it in your little ass. So you gonna ask me now. Nice, yeah. And you gonna ask me what it is you gonna do with it. Because you ain't just gonna take a whole heap of nothing, satin, and go and use it. He's really making fun of some criminals, but you know, some people that talk like that. But we just laugh at it when we do it, you know, good people. So he goes like this. La. I see you lighting up them candles, talking about it's the full moon down there. And guess what? You just better light up a candle and be thankful that I glow for you. Okay? Now go on and cast your little candle spell and see if I don't make it happen, because you know I manifest. And that's the moon's personality. It's fun. Next question. Dana. So, how was it made? This is how it was made. Lija, you want to channel and tell us how it was made? Okay, so we just here. This is how it was made. The moon was made by a special goddess. She said, get this, she wants a star, a round one. She wants it spare and very glow, without the sun, without the plug. She wants it there each day and night. And when it's light, its powers ignite. And every time she sees its face, she wants to say, hello, it's moon. She loved the name, she said it's fair. And then guess what? The moon came near. She said not to close, please not to bounce. I need you here, I need you most. The goddess got her way, she got to keep her moon. And then she made more and sent them to other planets she loved. And that's how it was made. Next question. Well, here's the next question. I figure, you know, there is someone out there with the name Moon. So the question is, who is Sailor Moon? Let's find out the answer now. Ouija, can you tell us please, who is Sailor Moon? She's a star. Girl Scout. She's a star Girl Scout. Yes, let's channel. So, we just here. Lisa just took a nap like an hour ago. So, sorry about that. Lee's not tired. You can sense when, if a ghost yawns and if a ghost is tired, a psychic has empathy powers you know, they're gonna feel tired too. So we might be experiencing a little tiredness, and you guys might experience it too. It's just because we just woke up, but we could get it back. We could get it back. Okay, it's back now. It's back. We're not tired no more. Sorry, Beyond again. It came back. Okay, not the enemy, but okay. She's a star Girl Scout. Okay. She's a star Girl Scout. She works for outer space, and her on that planet, in that show you've seen her in, she was hired for a job. There was a lot of banshees, but she got recycled in there, and then she got out. But it's a long story. But if you really want to get to know Sailor Moon or some other characters from TV, just come and channel me. Ouija! Okay. Next question. I've got a good question. Does Versace, the name brand, have a meaning? Or anything to do with the moon? Let's find out right here, right now. Now, let's see what it is. Ouija, can you answer that question? Channel. Yeah. To make it quick, does Versace have anything to do with the moon? Yes. Well, Versace is what some types of reptilians are called, and reptilians are goddesses. Reptilians are goddesses, and goddesses are reptilians. So, well, not all, but some. And the goddess that made the moon is a reptilian, and she is Medusa. And also Versace, because she's a Versace. It's a species. So cool. Their planet is beautiful, I heard. You would love to live there. It's so classy. It is so classy. Next question. Da-da, 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 da-da. So, this is the next. This is the next question. Why does Halloween own the moon? Can you tell us? Some sage got on the board. Ouija. Yes, you'll tell us? Forever. You got all the answers. Yes, you do. Channel. Yes, because Lee is a psychic medium. And you can be too. All you gotta do is write channel on the board. Now, why does Halloween own the moon? Because witches help take care of the moon. Yes, some goddesses made the moon, because after that goddess made the moon, that was the first goddess that made the moon. Other goddesses made a moon too, or a few. And Halloween, you know, where witches live, Halloween Town, and what time it always is. It's always Halloween in Halloween Town, hence the word Halloween Town. So witches make moons too. And I know. How could you make a moon? Easy. All you gotta do is have powers to do anything you want, or something like that. So that's why Halloween owns the moon, because Halloween makes moons too. The person Halloween, because there's a person Halloween. But witches make moons and take care of them. And Halloween's a witch. Alright. Now, next question. I got a question. Halloween? I gotta know. Ouija, Halloween? Channel. So, Halloween. Ouija just woke up again. So sorry. It's still early, no one's tired. Now, I'm gonna go make some tea after this. So, Halloween. Yes. Halloween is basically the witch or one of the witches that own magic. You know, and one of the witches that are like protocols. Protocols are people that keep people in check, you know, when they have a problem or with magic. Like if someone is not getting their spell right, they can call protocols, and if there's like chaos in the house, protocols will come and calm it down. That's protocols. They help with stuff, you know. They can help with anything. They're just a part of the magical community. So Halloween, yes, Halloween. Halloween is necessary, and that's why we celebrate it. Even though it looks like it's a scary, very scary ween. It is sometimes. If you don't activate your powers, it's gonna be scary and chaotic. You have to be psychic, and then you'll be fine. Just fine. And hey, Halloween, because yes, Halloween is the gift of Thanksgiving. It's your present. Magic. That's Halloween. The day when everything is magical all over again. Like it was a million years like it was a million years ago before a shitstorm of Santa. Next question. Now, speaking of you know, big red guy over there. So here's the question. You wanna know what it is? Okay, fine. I'm a gypsy. You know, we keep it real on everything. And I know me, I want to know the answer to this, and I know you are going to want to know. So this is class on the moon, and let's figure out what the moon does to us. So let's start with, all right, let's get to the question. What does the moon do to Norman? Let's ask Ouija. Ouija, are you there? Channel us and let us know. Channeling. Ouija's here. So, big question. What does the moon do to Norman? Oh my gosh. So, this is what the moon does to Norman. It makes them shrink. It makes them stink. It makes them freak. It makes them freak out. It makes them just wow. They act a fool, unfortunately, but you know, there's always witches to calm them down, because witches are not gonna have that with those guys. Not them. No, we don't need them wilding out. Oh my gosh, no, we don't. So everyone casts spells on them to calm down, though. But if witches weren't there to ensure our safety and protection from the wildness that the moon can unleash in certain species, mortals would be freaking out. That's why on some nights when there's like a really big car crash, or like say someone was arguing in their car and their car flips over on the road, God forbid, knock on wood, even for them, but you know, you can knock on this too. And you know, something magic is gonna happen. But what happens to Normans on the moon is, if they have powers unlocked, they have to do like a protection spell every single full moon, or whenever the moon is that you have to do protection spells, because they are not even allowed to do magic. Not everything is allowed to do magic out there, or like every species or whatever. But Normans, mortals, just bare humans with no like beautiful species underneath the human sheet, they all gotta like run and like go. I'm sorry, but they do gotta like, they gotta do stuff, but they know what they gotta do, you know. Some of them do it if they're trying to chase magic, but for witches it's not the same, and for animals it's not the same, and for plants it's not the same. So just for those guys, you know, they gotta do a protection spell every moon. And the moon is always here! Next question. Now, this is the next question. Santa and the moon? How does that work? Let's ask Ouija and find out now. I didn't even flip it. I'm telling you, magic is getting powerful! So, Ouija, are you here? Yes, Ouija is present for class. Let's channel and let's find out what they ask. Channeling. So I've been inhaling a lot, and now the connectivity between Ouija, the ghost, and channeling Gypsy Lee is really good. So let's just channel. So, Santa and the moon, you ask? Well, Santa is like one of the moon's ops. He hates Santa, the moon. The moon is usually a boy, or like feels like a boy, like masculine energy. So we call it a boy. Most of the time, you know, he'll let you know when he feels girly. So some moons are girls though, but ours is a boy. So yeah, Santa and the moon hate each other. They cannot get along. So if you ever see Santa in front of a big moon, you just go and ask Ouija, what is that little dirt dart doing in front of that moon? Next question. This is the ultimate question, man, and get a load of this. Why? Hold on. The calendar. Why doesn't it revolve around the moon like it's supposed to? Let's ask Ouija why. Ouija, are we channeling? Can we channel and find out the answer to that? Alright. Okay. Now Ouija's here to speak and talk. So, you guys want to know why the calendar doesn't revolve around the moon like it's supposed to do? Because really our week is, our month, or everything is supposed to revolve around the calendar. Well, guess what? Quietly and secretly it does. But the moon does not like Mr. St. Nicholas. So there was an agreement back a long time ago, before like everything had to stop being magical, because it used to be very magical once upon a time, around 1,000,000 years ago. Around 1,000,000, just one. So it's been like 1,000,000 years since we've stopped being magic, and like in September was 1,000,000 years. Okay, I don't know, we've been watching through divination. So yeah, a lot's gonna change now. That's why I'm here teaching this class, because things are gonna get magical and you guys need to prepare, and so do I. So let's prepare together. So the calendar, why is it not revolving around the moon? It is a bit, but if we ever like do the Halloween, calendar, that is the calendar that revolves around the moon permanently every single day. And there is a Halloween calendar, but you have to pick, you can't be on both sides, because Halloween and Halloweeners are at complete war with Santa, but Halloweeners win now. So Halloween, happy Halloween! And now we can do Halloween every day like we're supposed to, because if we were gonna do the moon every day and focus on everything that the moon wants us to do, then, it would be Halloweeny. Very, very Halloweeny. So, there, that's why. Next question. I have a good question. What is the calendar? Ouija, I gotta ask. What's the calendar? Can you let us know? Channel. Ouija's here. And what is the calendar? This is the calendar. The calendar is this. It's just a game. You're supposed to know what it is. You're supposed to use Ouija, because Ouija is the guide for when you're alive. Like ghosts use Ouija every day, so they have a lot of powers. They unlock their powers with Ouija. So we're supposed to use Ouija every day and unlock our powers too. And, well, it's just a game. You're supposed to use Ouija to play the calendar game every day. You start at the beginning of the month, on the 30th of the last month, and you channel with Ouija everything you need to. You write down a lot of stuff with Ouija with automatic writing powers, like I showed you. Don't forget. And then you write down with Ouija everything. You could channel through the mouth, or sometimes, like I showed you just now, you can use your third eye and you could think the words, and then your hand will just write out everything for you. So the calendar, what is it? It's a low-key game. But, that might change, because there's other calendars out there. We don't have to live by the calendar 12 months. That's just a fake calendar too. There's real calendars. The real calendar is the Halloween calendar. So prepare! Next question. The next question is this. Halloween timetable? Ouija is here. The Halloween timetable is what you need to survive in Halloween Town because it's different, you know? It's not like this place. It's very different. The Halloween Town is full of magic and magical creatures and beings and monsters and fairies and spirits, and we all live together and we all do marvelous, marvelous things. Like, to Ouija, outside doesn't look the same like it does to everyone else. It's very, very fascinating to him. He's like in a magical, like realm. And we can be there too. All we have to do is unlock our powers and unlock everyone else's with the Ouija board. And maybe I'll share with you the Halloween timetables. Why not? You might need them someday. It might be soon. Hey, Goosebumps is on TV, and Goosebumps is Halloween Town, because that's what it's like in Halloween Town. Moving things! We even have people with pumpkin heads in Halloween Town. We don't like those guys, but we like looking at them. Next question. Wolves and the moon and werewolves too? Ooh, Ouija wants to speak. Ouija, is that you? Just checking. Hey, Ouija, let's speak. So, wolves and the moon and werewolves too? Yes, the moon affects them a lot, because when their DNA sees the flare of the moon in the sky while it's dark, there's when, like, the moon is like magic in the air floating, you know, their DNA is looking at a floating star, you know, and that affects them because they're connected to it. They're really connected to it because they have multiple third eyes, and one of their third eyes is very open to receiving energies from the moon. So that makes them like change and do something magical, you know. It's like a fruit growing, you know, or like a flower opening like during the day and then closing back for night. It's similar to that. Like when the flower sees the sun, it opens up, and when the flower sees the sun going away, it closes too. So the moon affects the wolf similar to that sequence, and that is what's going on. So wolves shape-shifting, never shoot a wolf, you know, because that could be someone very special, you know. Shooting a wolf would be shooting a person, because sometimes they're just shape-shifting because of the moon. Yeah. So don't hurt them because they're your friends and they're doing something really cool. But sometimes they just want to stay a wolf or a werewolf, so we just have to find them who takes care of them. And who takes care of wolves and werewolves? Witches! Yes, because that's a part of a witch's community. Wolves and werewolves, they're still people to us, so we're going to treat them like some. And when they're in animal mode or werewolf mode, we know what to do with them. That's right. Oh, yeah. Next question. I got a question. The moon. Is it happy? Is the moon happy? Yes. May we? Yes, it is. The moon is happy. Let's keep it happy and work with it. Even the moon has a calendar. You know, Halloween has a calendar. Easter has a calendar. Valentine's Day has its own calendar. Shitsicle Santa? No, he can't have one. He's illegal. He's a crift. So no, he can't have no calendar. He's a criminal. But Halloween has their own calendar. And so do the fairies and werewolves, wolves, witches have their own calendar. Well, the witches' calendar is one of Halloween calendar, because, you know, witches and Halloween. So, even Ouija has his own calendar. Ouija, you know, Ouija everywhere. Ouija's gonna have his own calendar too as well. Alright, well, yeah, we're happy. Next question. The next question is this. Let's get Ouija ready. Ouija, is that you? Okay, so we're channeling Ouija. This is a good one. Okay, since we asked the one about Normans, get a load of this. The moon, how it affects other races and how it interacts with each other. So, it's Ouija talking. The moon, how it interacts with other races is this. Some races are calm about it, and some races aren't alert because they're not spiritual. Not every race is spiritual, unfortunately. So get there. And some races completely go mad, like they go crazy, they freak out, they do all the weirdest things, like they do the weirdest things. Some species, which take on races, they do magic like non-stop, like they perform like 20 spells for the few days of the full moon. They perform spells like every day after work. You know, some races are all about the moon and doing a spell to it, you know, or on a spell. They just want a spell. They know that thing is magic, so they want a spell. They see that rock, they see that moon floating perfectly outside this planet, and they know one time that there is magic. So they do magic. And some races, yeah, they just love it and accept it for being there. Okay, that's what some races do. Next question. Why? Let's see. We just here. So, why? I'm gonna let you guys go sleep in a minute, or do what you gotta do. So, this is why. Because the moon is floating, you know? It's doing a lot, and people see a floating crystal and they're trying to fight for normancy, you know? Some of them are like against magic, like they don't want nothing magic at all, and they know the moon is just completely magic. Like everything about it says magic, like it's floating, it's glowing, it's positioned. It's not like floating around like other stars. This star is just right there at all times. It has its like its route that it takes, or it just stays right there. You know, it's doing its thing, and it's doing its thing for us, and that's obvious. So we're supposed to be doing magic too, because the moon is here for us. So this is supposed to be a magic planet. So the question is why? Well, it's because we're supposed to be doing magic, and some people are not here for that. You know, they don't want magic because they're not really allowed to do it. So they are doing mortal combat with everybody and taking everybody's rights away, and that results in taking everybody's power away, and that is the answer to why they don't want us to have rights. Next question. And because it's our culture, you know, Halloween, and they know Halloween owns the map. I mean, the moon. But the moon is kind of like a map to pirates. And in that case, how did it make people react to celebrating Halloween? That's how it made some people react, because they said, what kind of culture is that, you know? Well, you know, in the Atlantic side of the planet, we celebrate Halloween to remind us that magic goes with the moon and with this planet. So it's for the witches, you know, because, yeah, even though the Normans came and like fought with everybody and did bad things to witches, the Normans were the wrong one, not the witches. So now everybody celebrates once a year to respect our ancestors, who are the witches. You know, witches. Gotta love them. And the evil witches, gotta get rid of them. So Halloween is to remind you that not everybody is accepted. No. That's the movie Goosebumps, you know? To show you, like, when Normans attack witches, like, they're gonna get their karma back, and they can't keep away magic from everyone because this planet is supposed to be magic. Hence the moon floating and glowing and spellcasting. And we all use the moon for manifestation in Halloween Town. So we use it for manifestation. And especially on Halloween, so that makes people react. Some people react like this. Yes, more. Next question. Dogs and the moon. Well, see, the thing is, that dog thing, like, is a weird thing. It kind of lied about what it's called. A dog is a mystical, magical animal. And see, the things running around calling themselves dogs, you know, the bunch of species, it's a long story, but those things are not really dogs. But they want to be dogs, so they told us they were called dogs. Because when we find something in outer space, like the scientists or the psychics or anyone in outer space, yeah, we ask that thing what it's called. We don't name it. We ask it what it's called. We use psychic interpreters. I always stumble on that word. Psychic interpreters. I'll show you how to unlock that power after. Unless I already did. I'll check. So we use psychic interpreters, and yeah, we get to the bottom of it and we asked them what they're called. They said they were dogs, but no, they're not. What they really are, they told us after, it's called mutts. And we asked them, we ask everything, does it have religion? We don't care what you look like. They said yes. They are. That's why they paint their paws in white and they put black on their face or their body or their ears, because they are religious. And they are Muslims. That's why. I know it's weird, huh? But hence the word mutt. They said they're Muslims. And they said a little bit, they're Muslims because that's kind of their species. But anyways, I know. And, oh yeah, how the moon affects them. The moon affects dogs kind of like a werewolf, but differently. The moon affects the mutts, like every single night. Every single night when everyone is in deep, deep sleep, they're not going to wake up very soon unless they have to go pee. The dog has a moonlit monster mode. It's called a moonlit sleep mode. It turns into a weird looking thing. It grows hands that are long, and they like to come into your mouth. Well, they come they walk up to your face, and they lick inside they lick in your mouth. Yeah, they're sensual too. They're sensual and slow, so they move sensual and slowly. And they're big, they're ugly, they're disgusting. If you open your third eye, you can see it with Ouija, and he'll show you what they look like and what you gotta do to protect yourself. You have to pray to the archangels every night if you have a mud to protect you from it. It's Muslim moonlit sleep mode. It licks your mouth because it wants to. Let's ask Ouija. E-A-T-Y-O-U. It wants to eat you. So, there. That's why. Let me check if there's anything else. That's it for this question. Next question. I know that's I have a question. How do drugs, or how does the moon affect people on drugs? We just speaking. We just a true. Yes and yes and yes and yes. Now, let me see the question. Okay, so when scientists were making drugs, they were taking in what I speak in this lesson into consideration, the moon affecting people. So, the way drugs affect people is it heightens their high. It like makes them higher. Like it makes the high different. So you guys should be aware. If you guys were watching the moon on the calendar and all the effects of the moon, I'll tell you someday, don't worry. All the effects of the moon and all the percentages of it, then you guys would feel a lot different on your high, and you guys would use different drugs. Some of you guys would make your own drugs. Straight up. I might show you how. Well, I know I could be nerdy. I heard like, something, but anyways. So, like say for instance, crack on a full moon. Like on a full moon, everyone goes crazy, right? When you smoke crack, it's gonna heighten that crazy feeling because werewolves are getting affected and changing, and so are wolves, and some witches and gypsies. Some gypsies turn into werewolves too, or like a gypsy werewolf it's called. And like we do a lot of magic, but we still have like connectivity to everyone, or like say if there's a mutant out there and they get affected by the moon, they connect to other people, and the moon is out there shining above all of us, and that's what makes other people go crazy too, because they know the moon is shining for all of us, and so it makes you heightened. It makes the high last longer, and like when the moon is not full, your high doesn't last the same, and scientists were doing that because they like to laugh a lot, they like to laugh a lot. And so like speed on a waning, that like aggravates your stomach more. So like when the moon is in waning and people take speed, don't do drugs, you guys. Like drugs are kind of whack, but like if there was like a cool healthy drug that gave you powers, alright, and there is. So anyways, speed on waning aggravates your stomach more, and it can kill you. So yeah, and let's see. So Zans on Gyp moon, that makes you sleep deeper, and because Zans is to make you sleep, it makes your brain more affected by it on the Gyp moon, because the moon is shining over your house or over your head, and like the energies of the moon is all over you and inside the house and through your technology. The moon affects your technology and everything like that. So the moon is all up in your business, and yeah, you're gonna sleep different. Don't go and try it, folks, because you will not remember a thing, and you will have like some memory powers lost, and then you have to do spells to get it back. But even then, we're battling Normancy out here, so you're fighting Normans. So that's what the moon affects you, and well, drug abusers. Yeah. So steer clear from drug abusers. You don't even want to know what alcohol is like on full moon or on other moons. But you can ask me if you want. Next question. This question is cat's eyes and the moon. Ouija, are you there? Channel? So, it's Ouija. Now I'm eating. Now, If Lee burps, it's because I'm eating. Sometimes when a ghost is eating and they channel, the channel burps, the medium burps, the medium channel. So, cat's eyes and the moon. Now you know, witches and everyone in outer space uses the cat kingdom for teachers. Alright. So, the cat's eye and the moon. You know when the cat's eyes goes thin in the middle? They're beautiful, beautiful, powerful, powerful eyes. Yes. That's like how a cat tells time, because the cat knows when its eye is dilating. And like the cat's eye, like it's very powerful when the cat's eye does that, and it's doing magic. The cat is doing magic because the cat is just a magical being. If you get to know cats, you will know that they're very magical and special. They're very special. It's like a special little specialness in front of you. Like it's just a special little beast. You know, a cat is a beast, but it's a mini beast. So it's a nebulin. A nebulin is what it's called in outer space, a nebulin. So you can remember in outer space, if you ever want to see a cat, so you can channel it, because you can channel a cat. They have like 8 third eyes. Wow, they're so powerful. And their eyes, when it goes thin, is called crescent, like the moon. So yeah, I know, it's so cool, we didn't know. But yeah, when a cat's eye is thin, it's called crescent. And it has to do with the moon, because when the cat's eye is crescent and the moon is in crescent, they like connect, and then like, wow, things happen. And like, it's just amazing, amazing, amazing. And that too can unlock everyone's powers. So be careful, because cats are magic. Alright. Next question. And if you want to know, yes, cats' eyes are affected by the moon. So that means everyone's, but the cats were just aware of that, or they were just born into creation with it, and like that's it, you know. But cats aren't the only ones that eyes turn crescent. Some other animals too, their eyes turn crescent with the moon. And when it's round, it's full moon. That's what it's called. Next question. Oh, this question is aliens. Hey, one better not show up. So Ouija, can you channel us and tell us about aliens and the moon? Channeling. Now, about those things, they are affected by the moon. When the moon is full, some of them glow just like the moon, in the same color as the moon, or they glow in purple, light blue, even some glow in yellow if they've been around like a glowing, like it's not really toxic because they live after and they're healthy, but to you guys, you know them as like a toxic waste plant. But really, scientists just use those things for powers. But don't go jumping into one. They do things behind the computer before they do that. But yeah, that too can unlock everyone's powers, because scientists make special drugs for them that can unlock powers. Because if they're going to do a drug, it better come with some powers, you know? So they make these plants, and, well, not a plant that grows, but like a plantation, like a facility that makes like a chemical or like a supplement, some type of something, like a material or like a, I don't know, you know, make something with some magic or for some magic. And a lot of these aliens have been to one of these plantations, you know, because they're all up in your business too. And yeah, they have gone there, whatever they got over there on their bodies, into some of that stuff, because that's what they're big about. Those things, they like plantations with like science, you know, science stuff. Sometimes scientists make a big bad of it, and leave it open for the aliens to come and do their thing in it, you know? And trust me, they do. Because aliens are obsessed with power. They're obsessed. Yeah, so the moon affects them like, wow, like so much, because like the scientist always puts like connect to the moon and, you know, connect to the sky. And yeah, I know. Next question. This question is witches and the moon. We just speaking. Is it true? Yes. Witches and the moon. Witches too, like the Ellies, they like to dibble and dabble in like magical alchemy chemicals. So they're easy to make, very easy. So witches are gonna be making them, and just like scientists, witches are scientists too. All of them, ancient scientists too, and they all make chemicals, you know, potions and all that stuff. So witches make like cool drugs, and they copy like scientists. Like anyone that's doing something cool, a witch is gonna copy them. They're kind of like a fairy. So the witches make like stuff, and they do stuff. They they interact with crystals, and crystals are very in high connectivity with the moon as well, since they were going. And like now their connectivity is so strong, so strong. So yes, witches are affected by the moon, but the moon is affected by witches, and it's all allowed. Don't worry, nothing's wrong with that. It's perfectly fine and healthy. Witches love the moon. They like to go wherever a moon is. That's how the whole problem with the fight on this planet happened, or whatever planet was on, where they were like hurting witches, because witches are happy on Halloween Town and their planet, you know? So they did not care. But when the criminal said, you know, there's a moon over there, that's how they got the witches to leave and come there, and then they fought with them here. If they were back in Halloween Town, they would have never got that beating. The witches, you know. Well, they went home, a lot of them. But some of us are still here. But it's coming soon. Alright. Next question. This question is Earth and the moon. We just speaking. Earth and the moon. Well, say the Earth and the moon have a special relationship. The moon is like the Earth's like favoriteest thing. The moon is like the Earth's crystal necklace, you know, that the moon wears, that the planet wears every day. And like the moon is the Earth's special crystal, you know, like the moon, the Earth like loves gold and crystals and beautiful fabrics and plants and beings. Loves them. So yeah, the moon is really in connectivity with the planet, and the moon makes the planet feel very good. That's how it affects the planet, because the planet ain't going nowhere without its beautiful crystal necklace. The moon. Next question. I got a question. Psychics and the moon? Yes, psychics and the moon. Don't worry, just a few more questions, and then we'll be out to go look at the moon, without a doubt. So psychics and the moon, you want to know? Well, psychics, they love and they help the moon glow. When the moon sees a psychic and the psychic sees the moon glows brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. And it goes like that. It makes a pulse. So if you look at the moon and it starts to make a pulse, your psychic powers are activated, and your beautiful witch as well. Don't you just love the moon? I do, and I love being a psychic. So, this is a good question. Is NASA mystical? Ooh, let's ask Ouija and find out. Yes, 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 yes. 1,000%. Yes. NASA is Ouija speaking. I'm excited for this question. NASA is mystical. NASA is in Halloween Town, but NASA doesn't really expose who they are. But they said that we could talk because NASA talks to Ouija too. And NASA said that we can always pray to them if we need help. And if we ever want to channel NASA, you can get your planchette, channel Ouija, and we could channel NASA because they're cool mystical people too, and all mystical people could connect and talk to each other through channeling. It's like being your own personal cell phone, but at the same time, they are very busy scientists, but that is who our scientists are. That's why they don't speak to us, because we celebrate Christmas. If we didn't celebrate Christmas, NASA would speak to us, but they said if you wear their clothes, whenever we give up celebrating this criminal named Saint Nick and his bullshit birthday or whatever nonsense that piece of shit is trying to do, and go back to celebrating Halloween like we used to do a million years ago, and activate all our powers and lean and do our things we're supposed to do. I'll tell you what leaning is later. Then they'll talk to us. Alright. So don't worry, they're not mad. They don't hate us. NASA is some brilliant, brilliant, brilliant people, and we love them. They help take care of our phones. And us. Yay, love you, NASA. Bye. Next question. And this question is technology and the moon. Yes. Channel. Ouija speaking. Is it true? Yes, it is. Technology and the moon. Do you want to know? Does the moon interact with technology? Let's ask the board. Yes, forever it does. The moon and technology have a special relationship too. And the moon has little necklaces too. A lot. Just like 2 Chainz. Just kidding. So the moon has a lot of necklaces, and the moon's is technology because NASA created nice things for the moon, because NASA knows that the moon is like the Earth's crystal that's floating, and like its crystal necklace, and so the moon is nice and blessed by NASA. Isn't that amazing? So technology and the moon have a special relationship, and yes, they affect each other. They too, when a psychic looks at the moon, and the moon starts to like pulse and glow more, the moon's technology starts to pulse and glow more too, and do cool things sometimes, even more, because the moon has a mind and a consciousness, and so does its technology, and so does our technology, so we can speak to them, and we can even manifest with them. Did you know you can manifest with your phone? Yeah, yeah. Next question. This is the question. Things and the moon. Yeah, so this is one of the last questions. Let's invoke Ouija and let's get the answers. Ouija, let's channel. Channeling. So Ouija speaking, things in the moon. So if we say certain spells, if we do certain things, then the moon could make your things move and make them all dance and sing. Depending on the phase of the moon, your things will dance and sing, and depending on the size of the moon, because we can make the size of the moon big or smaller, but we don't know that, but we can, then they do different things, but they always do like a good thing. Don't worry, things are amazing. They can move, don't be afraid. Don't hurt them. You better love them because they love you. And they help take care of you if they can move, and you help take care of them. And that is how we live in Halloween Town. Our things move. Like my umbrella, it would open automatically by itself if it's raining and I need it open, and it would close by itself, and it would like float to me by itself. And like my dolls, they would move, they would like help me do things, and I would help them, like all powerful magic things. And that's the effects of the moon. They can make your things move if you do certain spells. So yes, the moon affects things too. And some things are made under the moon. Did you know that? Next question. So, this is the question. Ouija and the moon? Ouija, I gotta ask, are you in any connectivity, or do you get affected by the moon, or does the moon get affected by you? Yes. Alright. Yes, let's channel. So, Ouija. Ouija is affected by the moon, yes. Because Ouija is a psychic and a witch and a few other things. Even Ouija is a genie and a fairy. So, yeah. And sometimes Ouija makes cool technology for the moon too with NASA and NASA's friends. And so, yeah, Ouija is very affected by the moon because the technologies that we make is so amazing. It's so fun, and it's so powerful. If you want, we'll make something for you, and we'll give it to the moon, and it will power you up too. Hey, it's Lee speaking. I want one. I want a bunch of cute necklaces for the moon and Earth. Can we get some? We just says yes right now. And guess what? It's free. Our scientists do things for us for free, but we don't know it. But they do. Gotta love them. Love you again, NASA. I mean NASA. So, next question. So this is one of the last questions. One more. And then maybe a bonus. Cards and the moon. How does that work? Ouija is here to answer this dare. So, cards and the moon. Cards and the moon. Yes. Cards are affected by the moon. Card people, they have moons inside of their cards. Card people could make moons, and sometimes a card from a tarot deck will create a moon, and everyone in outer space will have to go and collect the moon and bring it somewhere pretty and special where the moon likes to be. Men in Black usually take the moon first and bring it on tour and make everybody meet it, and then after, Men in Black gives it to someone else, and then someone else helps it go where it wants to be forever, or as long as it wants to be there. And that's how we got our moon. Card people. Well, there was a goddess and, you know, she created another moon. Our moon was created by witches and card people. Collab. Our moon was a collab. Next question. This question is a good question. And it's this. Kids and the moon? Yes. Let's channel Ouija. So, I'm about tired. I know, if you're watching this during the day, well, time travel, because now it's night. It's a night class. So, not all the time though. So, kids and the moon, you say? Or ask? Well, yes. Depending on the moon, if your kid sees that moon, your kid is going to go buckaroonies. Your kid is going to go flying from wall to wall, happy, 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 and then go play with technology, because when a kid sees a floating moon that's glowing, they get so happy and they become magical and they see the magic because they're different when they're kids. And they just want technology and like they play games. So they play games a lot. And yeah, the moon makes kids happy and kids make the moon happy. So it's a good friendship. So yeah, they do get affected. So give them some water. It will affect them more because water is affected by the moon. And that was the bonus question. See the magic in that? Mentalist magic. So see you next time and enjoy learning magic. It's real.